Learn English daily.
Sarah, do you remember when we first met in that old schoolyard? We were just little girls.
Oh yes, we wore those matching ribbons in our hair. I thought they made us look like princesses. You tripped over your shoelace and I helped you tie it.
I felt so embarrassed. But then you laughed and I laughed and everything felt all right. From that day, we were inseparable.
We promised to be best friends forever. Remember the treehouse your dad built for us? We named it Fort Friendship.
How could I forget? We spent hours in there, didn't we? We talked about our dreams, our secrets, and we even planned our future weddings.
I always said I wanted a wedding with thousands of flowers, but then when the day finally arrived, it rained cats and dogs.
But it didn't matter to you. You told everyone that rain brought good luck. And you danced in the rain in your white dress. You looked so happy.
Because I was. You were my maid of honor after all. Do you remember our college days? We shared that tiny room, and you always complained about my loud snoring.
It sounded like a train was passing through our room. But I still missed it when we graduated and moved to different cities. I often called you in the middle of the night, just to hear that familiar sound.
I always wondered why you did that. And then there was that summer we backpacked across Europe. We got lost so many times.
We took a wrong train and ended up in a village where no one spoke English, but we discovered the best pasta we ever tasted. That little Italian grandma invited us into her home, remember?
She did. We tried to communicate with hand gestures and smiles. It was one of the most beautiful experiences of our lives. And let's not forget the time when we camped under the northern lights.
The sky painted with shades of green, pink, and purple. It looked magical. We made wishes that night. I wished for a life filled with adventures.
I wish we'd always be there for each other, no matter where life took us. I remember the tears in your eyes when I told you I got the job offer overseas.
I felt heartbroken, but I also felt proud. You chased your dream, and you achieved it. We promised to call each other every weekend.
And we did, even if it was just for a minute. Every moment we shared, every memory we created, it all feels so precious now.
They shaped us into who we are today. I feel grateful for every tear, every laugh, every silly fight, and every heart-to-heart conversation we shared.
Me too. Our journey was incredible, wasn't it?
It truly was. Here's to all the yesterdays we lived and to all the tomorrows we'll share.
To yesterdays and tomorrows. Cheers.
Emily, did you remember our trip to that remote beach last summer?
Ah, yes. I packed our picnic basket, and you forgot the sunscreen. By evening, you looked like a tomato.
It hurt for days, but the pain was worth it. We discovered that hidden cove on the far side, didn't we?
We did. The water sparkled like a bed of diamonds. You said it reminded you of some movie.
The Blue Lagoon. It felt so untouched, so pristine. Remember the tiny seashells we collected?
Oh, I still have them. They sit in a small jar on my dresser. We made a sandcastle, and a wave washed it away just as we finished.
That's nature's way of teaching impermanence, you remarked. And then, a local played a soft tune on his guitar.
The song carried stories of old sailors and mermaids. We danced barefoot, and the sand tickled our feet.
We laughed so much that day. The sun set, and the horizon turned a deep shade of crimson and gold. We lit a bonfire, remember?
Yes, and you tried to roast marshmallows, but you burnt them all.
I always was impatient. You told ghost stories, and though I acted brave, they genuinely spooked me.
I noticed. Every time I paused, you asked me to continue, just so you could avoid the eerie silence.
The night deepened, and we saw shooting stars. I made a wish, but I never told you what it was.
That trip was a testament to our friendship. Even when things went wrong, we laughed and made the best of it.
We sure did. Life is about moments, and I'm glad we shared that one. It added a beautiful chapter to our story.
It did. A story that I often recount on starry nights and rainy evenings. That beach was our little secret, a paradise we chanced upon.
And it'll always remain so, etched in time, an emblem of our bond.